Hi everyone, this is Val from Val Craft Studio, and today I'd like to show you one of the journals I've recently finished, which is called Boho Beauty. And I've used one of my own digital kits to use this. It's quite an old one that I've had for some time, and I'm just going through some of my files where I've got digitals printed out and not being used up. I did make several journals with this kit, but this digital set was kind of like left aside, so I probably got a bit sick of making Boho Beauty ones and moved on to other things. So I just decided to finish up what I've already got printed, and I'm going through all my files. So I've made this into a very beautiful Boho Beauty journal. So I've got a lot of trim, boho trim here. I've tied it with seam binding through these big eyelets. And I've put this beautiful trim on the spine and this gorgeous dangly. So this was a piece of, vintage kind of jewellery. Very boho, isn't it? Look at that. So I've included that in there. It's very beaded and got this silver leaf on it. And I've also added some laces and some fibre trim just to, bulk it out a bit. So let's have a quick flick through of this journal. Just a tuck spot in the front here, and I've got a little, in case you want to put it in, just this book belongs to, there's a tag, and there's my usual letter from the bookmaker, which just explains what we use junk journals for. Although I always say my journals aren't really all that junky, this one does have some elements of what is traditionally put into a junk journal. So these are the kit pages, these ones, and I've put in some random stuff like exercise book pages, graph paper, music paper with a little tuck spot there, and I've got a lot of these word and phrases stickers that I made myself, so I've used a lot of them in this journal as well. And I've done the double doily there because the white one just looked a bit plain for a boho, and I put some stickers other places. That's just a book page, that because the purple, I thought it looked good, so I just stuck it in. It's a puzzle book. Another from the kit. Here we've got a little scrappy notepad, and a tag, and just this little saying, the best things in life are the people we love, the places we've been, and the memories we've made along the way. And that is so true. This is a colouring book page, which is very much in the boho look. More from the kit. I've just made a little tuck spot here on the side. This is fabric that I've just stuck onto the edge. I was making ruffles, but my sewing machine decided it's not working anymore, and I'm still deciding whether I'm going to buy a new sewing machine. I might be able to just get someone to have a look at the one I've got. It might be fixable, but it's been a real naughty girl. Won't work at all. These are just book pages, and I just printed on the back of that one. It was blank. And yeah, just some stuff, lots of tuck spots and pockets and tags. I've hung some stuff off the middle strings. One's just this little tassel, and there's a little bronze charm that says believe. Another piece of, I've just edged the page with, that's a bit of pretty trim. And stickers. More of the book pages. Here's a kind of loaded tag, loaded pocket kind of a deal. There's quite a few bits and pieces in there with some stickers across the bottom. Just an envelope, that other side of the envelope that we saw before. And here are just a large journaling card, and I've done an altered paper clip here, so I actually love making the scrappies. And the scrappy actually matches this ruffle that I've done further in the book. And I've just made it into a paperclip because I just think it's two-dimensional to allow somebody to write in the journal. So I make it removable by making it an altered paperclip. And coming back to that for a moment, that can be removed. So can this tassel. It is on a removable clip. So sorry, I forgot to say that. And here I've just, the sewing machine's not working, so I've got this stamp that makes it look like you've sewed on it, so I've used that, simply because I like the sewing look and can't sew at the minute. A few stickers, another digital from the digital page Here's another loaded pocket. This is just a piece of cardstock. Put a couple of stickers inside. Did my trim that looks like sewing around the outside, a couple of stickers. And just a few other bits and pieces in there, a couple of tags and things. Tried to fill that up. The other side, that. And I've just done, I've made a little, well, I've decorated a little white envelope here and affixed it so it becomes a pocket. And there's just a few little random pieces of ephemera in that one with kindness. That's the end of the first signature. Leave for the moment so you can't put into words. And over this side, this beautiful purple page. Just a little piece of the light papery cardstocky that I used to line the front cover and the back cover. So I've just used a scrap there to make a little booklet. And here it's just a piece of cardstock, bit of deco on it, and a couple of tags in the back on the music paper page. Another of the colouring page. I think they just actually work quite well with this. Another large journaling card. Here we've got a deep pocket, and it's just a random shape and a tag. And this is just a tiny little notepad. So you've just got little bits and pieces that you can write on there behind that, just held with that brag. Thought that was rather cute. Piece of clear vellum. Here's a flip out envelope, so there's a couple of pieces in there, a card and a little file folder thing, and underneath the flip out there's some tags at the back, some large tags, some more tags in the next pocket down. I'll put the sewing look around the outside. I quite like that. Okay, oh, there's another one. So there's 4 tags there, and then in the front there's just some little bits and pieces with all my heart. So I kind of like, you know, really love the boho look, and I think, you know, it's just, you know, live in colour, and live in colour, it's right there, and just beautiful, just to enjoy life and, you know, live the life love the life you're living, really kind of stuff. So that's that ruffle I talked about. So my machine did that one okay, and then decided I'm not doing any more of that. So I was very annoyed. But I haven't quite given up, but I'm nearly there. Here we've got a little envelope that just opens up, policy envelope, I'm not sure what you would call this. It's got a little pocket down the bottom with a card and a little bit of writing paper there. And that just closes over with that string. And here we've got another double pocket, so there's a couple of things in the back, and then in the front I've just made this little tuck spot, and there's a few little tickets in there. Happiness and free admission and stuff like that. So they just go in their little tuck at the front. The middle of the second signature, and we've got some dictionary paper with beautiful images from the kit on those. Here we've got another loaded pocket. We've got a postcard with a butterfly on the back, and this tag that's got this decoration up the top with a butterfly and that beautiful orange little doily and a bit of lace and ribbon, and just a few more bits and pieces, another of those shapes, excuse me, and a little orange card that just goes because of the colour, and another little ticket. Now here, this was supposed to be attached with that paper clip, but I was looking at it a moment ago and didn't put it back. So this is, I started to worry that I didn't have enough writing space in this journal, so I made this little folder. So it's got a pocket in the front and in the back. And in the back of this one, I just made a tiny little one with some scrappy papers in there. Just a little cutie there. How sweet is that? And so that just goes in the back there. And there's just some plain pages there, you know, just to do a bit more writing. And on that front cover, that's a side slide there and a side slide there as well. And that's just a little folio that goes with the journal, just to provide a little bit more writing space. I love this paper. I think it's really beautiful. And yep, just another little pocket there. In this one, I've just decorated the doily, the two doilies a little differently. I've actually stuck them together here and put a butterfly on it. I quite like that treatment as well. And here is another one of the altered paper clips with the scrappy on the top that matches. That one matches way back here where I had some fabric. It matches this fabric there. So I made matching ones, but they could go on the same page and they look quite good, but I don't mind where they are. They still kind of match. And underneath that loaded paper, altered paper clip and the journaling card, there's a tuck spot underneath. So that just goes on like that. And so because you can take it out, it makes it easier to write in your journal. Follow your dreams. Find beauty every day. Little tuck spot there on that side slide, and away at the back, and we've got just a book page that I liked and a tag in that little tuck spot. And I didn't put a picture on the back because I just loved this butterfly fabric that I used to cover it. So I left that quite plain on the back, but on the front I've decorated over. You don't see any of the butterflies except little bits peeking out here and there. So there you go. I think she's very beautiful, and I'm sure someone's just going to love her. So she will be for sale, and if you're interested, please message me. And thank you so much for looking.